Welcome class, today's lesson 2-3. Our goal is that strong mathematicians can multiply with multiples of 10 by using patterns, place value reasoning, and factoring. So all the skills we've done in the past two lessons, we're going to apply them and see if we can come up with some patterns that we see in problems. So take out your notebook right now, and today's date, and the lesson, and here we go. So box one of your notes, we'll write down these notes. So factors, which we tried to talk about in our other video, are one of two or more numbers multiplied to find a product. So notice on the bottom right here, we have 4 is a factor. The number 5 is a factor. What is a product? The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So you can pause your video right now and write down this information about our vocabulary as it helps us with being better math students. So today we're going to look at patterns and charts and place value reasoning. And so we look at this chart right now. We're going to start with 2 times 3. Well, what do we do with 2 times 3? Well, those are two numbers that were in the ones place value. So we broke down 2 times 1 and 3 times 1 in the next column. Then we took our two easy place values, 1 times 1, and we get 1. And 2 times 3, and we get 6. Now, will we really break apart 2 and 3 into ones? No, but what we're showing you here is how the place value we can pull out of numbers as the numbers start to get bigger. In our next one, we have 2 times 30. So now it's a little bit different. Our 2 is still broken down to the same 2 times 1. But now 30, we know, is 3 groups of 10, so it would be 3 times 10. With those numbers, we're going to match up the 1 and the 10 together and multiply those to give us 10, which then leaves us the 2 and the 3, which gives us 6. Well, if we have, first time we had 6 groups of 1s equals 6, 6 groups of 10, or 6 times 10, equals 60. Notice we're in the next place value. Now if we're looking, we have 20 and 30. We have two numbers that are both in the tens digits. So we're going to break apart the 20 to 2 times 10. And we'll break up the 30 into 3 times 10, or 3 groups of 10. Now if we follow the pattern, we had 1s, we had 10s. Well, what is 10 times 10? 10 times 10 is 100. And we still have our same 2 and 3. We multiply those together, we get 6. So now, 20 times 30 is the same as 6 times 100. So 6 groups of 100 gives us 600. So now you see the pattern where when we multiply, the number stays the same. What changes is the place value. This was a ones place value. This is a tens, and 600 is in the hundreds place value. So you can pause the video right now, put this information in this box into your chart to help give you an example of how to guide you. We're going to do one more table, but I notice there's a lot less information out here. If you want to pause the video right now and try to fill in the information if you can, that would be great. If you need another one to walk through with you, that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So our problem is 4 times 6. So you know, same thing they did before. They broke up the 4 and 1, 6 times 1. We know 4 times 6 is 24, so I have 24 groups of 1, which gives me an answer of 24. Now we know we wouldn't really break this number apart, but this helps us with this pattern of what we're seeing right here. So I see 4 again, which would still be 4 times 1, times 60. Now we still see the 6, but now we know 6 is in the tens place value, so it'd be 6 times 10. We're going to take our 1 and our 10, we're going to multiply those together, we're place value numbers together. So our number is going to be times 10. And we still have 4 times 6. So 4 times 6 equaled 24 in the problem before. It's still going to equal 24 in this problem. So now I have 24 groups of 10, which will give me an answer of 240. And now we have it even bigger. We have 40 times 60. So now our numbers are both in the tens place value. So I'm going to rewrite my 40 as 4 groups of 10 times, and I have 60. So the 6 is in the tens place value. 6 groups of 10. So I have 4 times 10 times 6 times 10. I'm going to take the numbers that are easier to multiply that are place values, the 10 and the 10, And we know 10 times 10 is 100. Our 4 and 6 we're still multiplying together is still 24. So 40 times 60 is just like saying I have 24 groups of 100. So when I put those together and I multiply, I get 2,400. So you can pause the video and add the rest of this information to your notes to help you with understanding the patterns and the reasoning of place values. So you can draw a line now and now it's your turn. I'd like you to draw this box. I'd like you to fill in this information on this box. See if you can use the strategies in those examples to help guide you through these problems. If you're still not sure, you can always go back and rewind the video and watch it again to help you out. And here's one more problem that we're going to see. And this one you might notice something different. So you might want to write down, what do you see different about this problem compared to the other problem? I'm going to tell you this, it has to do with the zeros that will be in your product. So keep that in mind, the zeros in your product. Write this down, give it a good shot. I know you can do it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to jot them down as well. That can help lead our discussion, or some questions you might have to help you. Also, if you come up with a strategy that you notice or something that you see, feel free to write that down too, as that can be a guide to help us discuss and help other students understand these type of problems better. Thanks for another great lesson.